friends, I'm Smita and welcome to my channel Divine Vibrations. I hope you are all healthy and happy. Today we are here to do the reading for the new moon solar eclipse that is happening on the 10th of June in the sign of Taurus and in the Mrigashira Nakshatra. On this day, Sun, Moon, Mercury and Rahu, all these four planets will join in the same sign for this eclipse. We had a similar eclipse in a similar position in Taurus in 2002. So pay attention to what had happened then. Try to recall what was going on in your life at that time, what was happening in your life in 2002. Chances are you are in a similar position at this time, maybe a little different, maybe in a different situation. So if at that time you were confused about a relationship, today you may be confused about a job, you may be at a precipice of change in your job, whereas at that time you were at a precipice of a change in a relationship. Or it could be again you are at the same cycle in a relationship or in a job or a change in your life. But whatever situation you were in then, if you are similar, you have grown from that knowledge, you have learned from that knowledge. So pay attention to the decisions you are making, your behaviors. Are you behaving from that old paradigm? Or have you grown and now you are taking more empowered, more enlightened, more aware and more wise decisions? Pay attention to that. Now this new moon is happening in Taurus. Taurus is all about material things, wealth and riches. So we may see a lot of impact happening in the tangible world. New moons are all about beginnings. So we may find some new beginning in a job, in some new orders, in new wealth. Maybe we may start a new business, we may decide to start something new in a job. We may get a transfer, we may get a promotion, and something new will come at this time, which you have been working hard for quite some time. The sun is our soul. So the solar eclipse will affect our soul. It will bring up past life, ancestral, family, pains and traumas and patterns up for healing. So where have you been repeating generational curses? Where have you been repeating family or ancestral patterns of misbehavior or stubbornness or some addictions that run in your family or some behaviors that run in your family, some bad habits that run in your family, any shadow side that will come up for healing at this time? You will be shown where that is affected, where you have been hiding your true self, where your soul is not expressing itself in the right way, where you are operating out of your pains and traumas rather than your soul. Now, moon is our emotions. So moon in the eclipse will bring up a lot of emotional upheaval. It could also be outbursts. It could be mood swings. So pay attention to your emotions. What is triggering you? What is fluctuating your emotions? Usually our behaviors are based on our feelings, and those feelings are based on our needs. So if you have inner child healing, if your parents have been very critical and very logical towards you and very strict, disciplined towards you, you would have a tendency to not express your emotions. You would have a tendency to hide your emotions, hide your true feelings, hide your nature, hide your true self because you're scared of their critical judgment of you. Or if your parents have physically abused you, it would be bringing up a lot of anger. There would be a lot of hidden rage inside you that you would be channeling to hurt others. So when you want to have that feeling that I want to get even with this person, I want to hurt this feeling, you have sadistic tendencies. Look at how you have been treated in your childhood. Somewhere is coming from that. So look into your childhood. You'll get all the answers there in your behaviors today. If you want to know why you are as you are today, look at how you were treated in your childhood, where that is connected to your behavior now. You will find a strong connection. And Rahu will create an environment of obstruction and confusion. It will confuse you about what to do in a current situation. It will confuse you about the direction you should take, what is right and wrong, and if it will push you towards the wrong, the ego, the indulgence, the bad habits, the ego. So be very careful at this time. Remember, Mercury has moved into Taurus on 4th and it is retrograde and it is joining this mix of the eclipse. So we could all be experiencing a kind of instability, unexpected change, or events that cause significant delay in our plans. Mercury is the planet of communication, so there may be a lot of miscommunication between you and others. So double check your messages, double check your emails, double check any contracts or deals that you sign at this time. There is a big chance that you have overlooked something, you have not realized something, and you have made a mistake there that you need to correct. Now, Lord of Taurus, where this new moon eclipse is happening, is Venus. And Venus is sitting in Gemini, whose Lord is Mercury, who's sitting in Taurus. So there is an exchange of houses of the Lords. Mercury is in the house of Venus and Venus is in the house of Mercury. The nakshatra Mrigashira's Lord is Mars, which is, remember, in Cancer. We did it in our last video. And it is weak there due to the fiery Mars being in watery Cancer, right? I had spoken about it in my last video. So Mars is feeling very weak. So the Mrigashira is all about seeking. So this is a good time to study and research and go deeper into all that is bothering you, all that is not feeling right to you, all that is occupying your mind space and your heart space. If you are confused about something, if you want to dig deeper about a certain situation in your life, this is a good time to study and go deeper. This eclipse in all has the power to affect our mind, our emotions, our thinking process, as well as our wealth and also our soul path. It's a very, very powerful eclipse because all these factors are being affected by this eclipse. And remember, this is a solar eclipse, it's an annular solar eclipse. You will see the ring of fire in this eclipse. And the effects of this eclipse can last from a few days to a few months also. Taurus is all about the mouth, so it may affect your communication. So be careful about your communication. Be careful about the food you eat. Be careful about talking and taking decisions. Everything regarding communications and food, be careful. But the good thing is that this eclipse is happening on Shani Jayanti. Saturn is playing a very important role here. So pray to him, do the Mahamrityunjay mantra, do Om Namah Shivaya, chant the Shani mantra, and you will be able to protect yourself from the effects of this eclipse. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say regarding the eclipse. So to begin with, let's check what energy will this eclipse bring for us. What energy will this eclipse bring for us? Okay, 2 cards came up, so I'll take both. We have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. And we have In the Flow. Everything is smooth sailing. So what I feel here is some of you may actually take a real voyage, travel to meet someone whom you love, or you may go deeper into what your heart is asking, what your heart is thinking, what your heart is feeling, your emotions, your love, the way you communicate in love, the way you are in a love relationship, towards the secrets of your heart, what its real desire is, what its real needs are, wants are, why you have such relationships, what is the depth of your love relationships, why you are how you are in your love relationships. You will may take this journey, you will open your heart chakra, and when you allow love to flow through you, love will flow towards you also. So if you want love in your life, you will also have to give love. It doesn't come one way. Most people in relationships, they just like to receive. They want to be given importance. They want to be given time. They want, whenever they want to be given love, respect, communication. They want to be treated well. They want to be given more importance. They want to be pampered. But they don't give the same things to the other person. So unless both are equally contributing to a relationship, any relationship will die. It will never survive. Love can't be a one-way street. It has to be a two-way street. You can't just keep taking in love and without giving. You have to give equally. So, if in your relationships, check all your relationships. Where have you just been focused on taking what you're getting from the relationship rather than what you're giving in a relationship? That will help you bring balance in your love relationships. Make it equal. Focus more on giving than on receiving. What have you given your person? What gifts have you given? How much love have you given? How much have you pampered them? How much have you respected their wishes, their desires, their needs, their wants? Pay attention to that. This is the time to learn about love, research and dive deeper into what love is all about. And we have in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So I feel somewhere once you understand this and you open your heart to love, everything will be smooth sailing for you. This card will come after this. Once you take this voyage of heart, you learn the lessons of love. You learn how to love yourself and others equally. Receive and give equally. Treat others as you want to be treated. Fairly, justly. Have you been fair? Have you been honest? Have you been caring in your relationships? Nurturing, loving. Once you do this, once you open your heart, then things will start blooming for you. Then you will get in the flow and then everything will become smooth sailing for you in your life. People always tell me what is the connection, but I feel there is a very, very deep connection between all your life and the way you love. If you are not loving openly, if you have closed your heart to loving, the abundance of the universe will also be closed to you. It will not flow through you. And that is the reason of this in the flow and the journey of the heart. To allow abundance, to allow money, to allow wealth, to allow anything else to flow to you, good opportunities, luck, or in all areas of your life, you have to be in the flow of love. Love is the biggest power of this universe. Love is what holds this universe together. That is the vibration of prayer. That is the vibration of gratitude. That is the vibration of surrender. That is the vibration of divine. Love is what attracts everything in your life. So if you are not in the flow of love, everything else in your life will also be blocked. And you can all check in your lives. When you have been loving, has abundance flown to you? And when you have not been loving, has the abundance been blocked to you? You will realize it. Check your own selves. Don't believe me. Look at your own life and you'll get the answer. That you will, once you get in the flow of love, only then you will be in the flow of life and abundance and divine grace, and everything divine will come to you very, very easily. Good luck, good abundance, wealth, money, riches, name, fame, everything will come. If you are doing it out of love, if you are open to love, if love is flowing in your heart and through your heart and from your heart. So let us see what new doors will open for us in our lives in this eclipse time. What new beginnings will come into our life during this eclipse time? What new beginnings can we expect in our lives during this eclipse time. And we have the Five of Cups. So if we have been feeling sad, disappointed, looking at only the negative side of a situation in our life, and we have missed to see the two full cups, we will now realize the abundance of the situation that we have, that we will learn to let go of what we have lost, what is over, what is not fulfilling for our soul, what is spilled, what is gone, what is damaged, and we will move forward towards what is still full in our lives, what is still available to us in our lives, what is still beautiful in our lives, what is emotionally, spiritually, mentally satisfying for us. We will move towards that direction. We will end the cycle of sadness, disappointment, longing, dejection, everything else. All those negative cycles will get ended. We will get out of the sad situation and move towards our Six of Cups. So let us see what cycles will end in our life, what situations will end in our life. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. If you see, there's a lot of blue and green here. So it's all this middle chakras. The heart chakra is green and the throat chakra is blue. And then there is purple, which is the crown chakra. So I feel somewhere we have been moving forward very slowly in our lives. We have been moving forward very cautiously in our lives. Every step we have thought 100 times and then taken one step forward. Then we think 100 times, then we take one step forward. We think of all the permutation combinations. We think of all the pros and cons. Only then we are ready to move forward. We have been overly cautious, overly self-protective, overly in our base chakras of fear. Root chakra is all about being in fear and ego, and sacral chakra is all about being in our lust, our desires, and the Manipur chakra is all about it being in your ego and or lack of self-esteem or lack of self-confidence. So these chakras have been transcended and we have moved to our heart and our throat chakra, where we are ready to follow our desires, where we are ready to follow what our heart wants. We are ready to go in the flow of this energy of love. We are discovering love. We are ready to take this journey of love. And this is our traveling card. This knight, usually in the normal tarot, is carrying his pentacle and moving on the horse. So we are ready to go in the flow of love. We are ready to make that journey of love with this green. We are ready to move into our heart chakra and speak our truth. We are ready to speak what our heart wants. We are ready to honor our own feelings and emotions of the heart. We are not operating out of ego, fear, or lust. We are operating out of pure love. And once we start operating out of that love, we will be able to move forward very quickly. We will get in the flow of the universe. Our flow and the universe's flow will align. Our vibration will align with the vibration of the universe, and then everything is very smooth sailing then after that. So let us see what goodness will this eclipse energy bring in us. What goodness will it bring in us? And we have mentor. And the light attribute is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So we will become a good mentor. We will show people the right path. We will teach our students the right path forward. Or we may become a student and find a mentor who will teach us something good. We will pay attention to strengthening our character, not living in these lower base chakras, not living in these fears and these sadness and insecurities. We will rise about it and we will strengthen our character and do what is right with wisdom. What I'm getting is, if you see, this is a very ancient soul. It's looking like a very monk, a saint. So we may find someone like this in our life who will show us the right path, who will guide us to the right direction. A mentor may come into our lives, or we may become a mentor to someone. Both things are possible. So let us see what shadow we need to be careful about during this eclipse time. And we have mediator, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So if we are in the position of a mediator, if we are looking to work on a deal in our office or in a job or in a business or a deal or a contract, or we are negotiating something with someone, be careful not to be in your shadow side and not do it for your own ulterior motives and your own ulterior desires and be unfair to the other person. Always be fair while doing any business deals, contracts, personal or professional, even in your personal life, in relationships. If there is some tussle going on, if there's some fight going on, if there's some disbalance in your relationship, always be fair, don't be selfish. It's good to always take care of your needs. It's important, self care, your boundaries, your needs. But it is also important to be aware of the needs of other person, to be fair in the relationship. Have you been fair to that person? Have you given as equally as the other person has given you? Have you given with the same depth that you have received? Are you expecting more than what you are giving? So if you have been doing that, this is a time to be aware of that. This is your tendency, this is your shadow side. Be aware of it. Where you become selfish, where you become greedy, where you try to take more than what you are giving. Pay attention to that professionally as well as personally. So let us see how this eclipse will affect our romance and love lives. How this eclipse will affect our romance and love life. And we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So if you have been hurt and pained in your past relationships, in your past lives, or in this particular life, in this particular relationship, you need to forgive and learn why these things happened in your life. What was the purpose of this hurt and pain? How did it help you grow? What lessons did you learn here? Where you were operating out of ego, where your ego was hurt, or where your soul was hurt, where your heart was pained, or is it just your insecurities, your traumas, your pains acting up, your fear of rejection, your fear of abandonment, your fear of not being good enough, your lack of self esteem, your lack of self confidence that is causing you to feel this. So, look into all those stories that you have been telling yourself about these relationships, and where you need to learn to forgive yourself if you made mistakes, and if you have not been good. It's okay to make mistakes because we are human, we will make mistakes, we will not be perfect at times, we will hurt people at times. The problem is not making mistakes, the problem is not acknowledging that I have made a mistake, not apologizing to the other person, agreeing that you made a mistake, and not putting the effort to correct that mistake. Those are the problems. If you have made some mistakes, first forgive yourself. Once you forgive yourself, you will be able to forgive the other person also for making their mistakes that they made. And that will help you bring more love, peace, and balance into your life at this time. Nice. So let us see what advice is coming to us from the angels. What advice do the angels want to give you at this time? What advice do the angels want to give you at this time? The situation will improve. So the angels are assuring you that your situation will improve. You will have to need to learn these lessons. Be aware of your shadow side. Where have your shadow sides caused pain to others? Where has your lack of understanding, lack of self-esteem, your insecurities, traumas caused pain to others? And forgive yourself. Learn from your mistakes. Make the changes. Apologize and clear the air, and your situation will improve. So let us see what guidance the universe wants to send us. And we have new moon eclipse, which is this video about, and we have expect powerful changes. Wow, so we got the eclipse card itself. So we can expect powerful changes. We will learn the lessons. This eclipse will unveil the important things that we have learned. Actually, the lunar eclipse that we had has brought out a lot of shadow in all of us. It has stirred our emotions, it has stirred the pain and trauma and hurt, and it has brought it to the surface for review and release, to research, to see. And now with this eclipse, I feel that we will learn those lessons. We will realize these mistakes that we made. We will realize where we have been wrong, where we have been unfair, where we have been unjust with someone, where we have not been giving, where we have not been loving, caring, nurturing, and we will make an attempt to improve this situation. Powerful changes will happen because of this. So finally, let's see what blessing we will receive during this eclipse. And we have a blessing to bring clarity. So definitely we will learn the lessons that we were supposed to learn. We will see the truth of a situation. We will understand the situation in a bigger, better way. We will gain wisdom. We will learn the lessons that the situations came to teach us. It will help us to heal and release our pains and hurts and traumas. It will teach us what we needed to learn. So we will receive the clarity of where we are blocked, what is the obstacle in our life, where we are not in the flow, where we are not being good, what are our addictions, what are our patterns that we keep repeating, where we need to change, where we need to forgive and learn, and where the problem is us, not the other person. So when we receive this clarity and when we can forgive everything within ourselves and others, powerful changes will happen. So all I can say, people, is expect very powerful changes to happen in you, within yourself, in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. And once you bring the change there, over time you will see that your life will also change. Your surroundings will change. The outer manifestation of your life will also change. So these were the messages for the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. I hope you liked it. If these messages resonated for you, do like, share, subscribe and comment. And a big shout out to Aisha, Rachna, Rashmi, Darren for always taking the time to comment, like, share my videos. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. God bless you all. Take care. Bye bye.